Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now you can read.
Math wrong. 1. Be kind. 2. Turn up to class on time. 3. Make sure to turn on your camera. 4. Listen to your teacher. 5. Always to try your best. 6. Be respectful to the school grounds. 7. Put your hands up if you like to speak. 8. Make others happy. 9. Concentrate.
Thank you, Emmy. Excellent. Okay. And for today's lesson, we're going to dive deep into the roles of definitions in the WSC debating styles. And in a debate, the role of that definition is to clarify the key terms and concepts to ensure everyone that can understand them in the same way. Definition, they can also help you set the boundaries of the debate, and they can help you to prevent misunderstandings and focusing the discussion on relevant points. And by providing clear and precise definitions, the debaters can strengthen their arguments, and they can also address the ambiguities and effectively counter the opposing views. So this always helps in making the debate much more structured and more convincing. Okay, who wants to read for me these steps? Steps number 1. Who wants to read? I'll call Kevin.
Okay, step number 1. Understand the motion. What to do? Read the debate motion carefully to identify key terms. Wait, I'm a British reader. Sorry. What to do? Read the debate motion carefully to identify key terms and concepts.
And
why it's important. Knowing the motion helps you understand what needs to be defined and ensure your arguments are relevant.
thank you, Kevin. That's a really slow but precise reading. Okay, that is step number 1, which you need to have have the knowledge to understand emotion. This is the first step to get to the how you can define the emotion. Number 2, who wants to read number 2? Thế Tùng, you're quite quiet today.
Identify key terms. What to do? Find the important terms or phrases in the motion that need clear definitions. These are often the words that are central to the argument. Why it's important. Key terms shape the focus of the debate. Defining them clearly helps prevent misunderstandings and sets the boundaries for the discussion.
Excellent. Thank you, Seto. So, what identifying the key terms means that you underline the key words or the key phrases so that you can link that to the motion into what you are debating. That is number 2. Number 3, I'd like to call Zahan.
Yes, so step number 2 or number 3?
Oh, it's number 3.
Define terms clearly. What to do? Create what is this? Precise and straightforward definitions for the key terms. Use simple language and be specific. Why is important? Clear definition ensure everyone understand the terms the same way, which helps in making your arguments and rebuttals more effective.
Excellent. Thank you, Zahan. Okay. So what is defining the terms clearly? It's just you are defining the number 2. That's it. Okay. And number 4. Who wants to read number 4? Number 4, Lily.
Yes. Use definitions strategically. What to do? Incorporate your definitions into your arguments to clarify your position and address any ambiguities. Why is this important? Using definitions strategically helps strengthen your arguments and counter any misinterpretations or misleading definitions from the opposing side.
Excellent. Thank you, Lily. Okay, what this means that you need to use the definition in the right way. Is that how it can link to your argument, how it can link to the other side's argument, and why is it important? Many things like that. You need to prove why is it relevant, why is it crucial, why is it appropriate. So that is what number 4 means. Number 5. Who wants to read number 5? Number 5. Oh, Sharina. You have a glass there.
No, it's just like a fake class.
Can
I read number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Okay. Adapt definitions based on feedback. What to do? Listen to how the opposing team uses or challenges your definitions. Be prepared to adjust or defend your definitions if needed. Why it's important. Being flexible with your definitions allows you to handle different arguments effectively and maintain a strong position in the debate.
Thank you, Sharina. Okay, what does adapt definitions based on feedback means? I think this number 5 officially being fits with the opposition side, because the first side to give the definition is the prop side. So what the op side needs to do is that number 1, they can adapt to the other side definitions, but number 2, they can disagree with the definition from the prop side, and then they rebuild a new definition. So that is what number 5 means. Okay, and number 4, I mean like number 6. Number 6, who want to read number 6? Let's call someone else. Anne, can you read, Anne?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. It's number 6.
Practice using definitions. What to do? Engage in practice debates focusing on defining key terms and using them effectively in your arguments. Why it's important. Practice helps you become more comfortable with defining terms clearly and using them to support your debate strategy.
Excellent. Thank you, Anne. So remember, after you finish this lesson today, you need to practice using definition at home. Okay. And so far, do you guys have any questions to ask me? Okay. I see there are no one asking a question. Okay. And so we're going to move on to the first warm up activities. Who wants to do this? A sample of roles of definition. Motion that we should ban fast food advertising to children. Okay, who wants to define this? Okay, wait, I need to stop sharing. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Now I will okay. So now can you guys see my screen? Okay, I assume yes. So, who wants to give the first definition about fast food advertising? What is fast food advertising.
Dạ, đúng rồi, không có gì đâu.
Who wants to give the first definition? Emily.
Đúng không? Học Messi nè, Messi hay kêu mà ba.
Well, the definition of fast food advertising is promoting people to buy more fast food in their own company and people to purchase the fast food more regularly. An example is that some fast food restaurants nowadays are using their like pictures in magazines, or they can hire employees to go to schools and pass out some posters to try to make people to go to the restaurant and try their food.
Okay, thank you, Emily. So I think that the your definition is good, but you need to make it longer. Like, in what ways do people or do companies specifically advertise their 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 I mean, like, to advertise the people for them to eat the food or to try out the food at their restaurants. You need to be more specific, but that is good. Okay, thank you, Emily. Who wants to try next? Sharina.
Okay, so I think another definition for fast food advertising.
Yeah.
I think that fast food advertising is like as fast food advertising is like it refers to like marketing strategies and like is used by companies that sell fast foods to attract customers. And I think that like this type of advertising is usually like designed to promote quick service restaurants, and they're often highlighting their food value, speed, and convenience to appeal to consumers looking for fast and inexpensive meals.
Okay.
I think that example is that like what kind of example should we like give?
Okay. Sharina, do you have an example?
Like what kind of example like we can like what kind of example?
Oh, so the example here is, have you ever been advertised, like, have you ever seen an advertisement, like, okay, here's an example. One day when I walk to the streets, I see Pepsi advertising their new flavor, like something like that. You can make
Oh,
things like that. Okay, do you have
like,
any example?
I think that like companies like usually like restaurants and companies usually like let me think for a while.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have time to think. Okay, Seth Tùng.
The examples may be like they hire famous people to advertise for their company.
Mr. Beast, right? Yeah.
But he's a fraud. He's got cancelled.
Yeah. If fruit was sponsored by him, it's actually really hot.
I mean, sometimes, like when you go on watching a YouTube video, some like 10 or 5 seconds ad just popped up. They
Yeah,
put in it. Huh?
hiring famous people like Mr. Beast. To make their brand persuasive. Okay, thank you, Setum. And for the number 2. Oh wait, what? For number 2, who wants to do the definition for children? Children. Kevin.
Whoopsie, I'm typing to you in the chat. Come on, I'm typing this. I'm typing this whole thing into the chat.
Yeah. Now say it aloud.
Okay. 2, children. Definition. Children. Children is a person of age between 0 and 18 years old, which means that they haven't got enough maturity to drink beer, they haven't got enough maturity to do voting on their own, and they aren't mature enough to fully realize the the consequences of eating too much fast food. That is something that I just like gave it into the lockage. That's my
Okay.
definition.
Okay. I think that that definition was really good, but I think that that is more of an explanation as what children they are what children are capable of and what children they are not they are incapable of, because you are not saying clearly like the definition. You need to state like what are children. Children, they are shorter than you. Children, their minds are not really developed. They are young.
Yeah, their minds are not really fully developed.
Yeah.
They are not fully developed for that.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Calvin. Um, okay, so that is Kevin's idea. So Kevin's idea is hey, thank you, Calvin. Uh, Sharina, I think you have a definition for children. Do you have a definition for children? Okay, yeah. Sharina, you can answer.
Or, I think that the definition of children is that like children is like young like children or not fully grown ups, and they are like they like they are young humans beings who are not like yet fully grown or measured.
Okay, really good definition, short and on topic. Okay, thank you, Sharina. Does anyone have any example about children? Hmm. Let's call someone else. Zahan.
Wait, it's measure, not major. It's like Mature.
Oh, yeah. Mature. Yeah. Okay. Zahan, can you give your example?
Yeah, so the example ch of children, so maybe it can be like the children that they are the one who kind of like at the age that they have someone like their parents to be responsible to, and at the age that they don't really have to take risk or responsible for anything big like kind of like consequences for law in their country, kind of like that. And they are being protected by the governments and the parents.
Excellent. Excellent definition. Thank you, Zahan. And um and so this is the outline for it, but does anyone have any more specific example? Hmm. Thế Tùng.
Maybe children under the age of 18 who bear the responsibility if they do anything wrong with the country's or nation's law. They they should be responsible for like crimes or sort of things when they break the law instead of their parents because they are over the age of 18.
Oh, so what you mean is like so Thế Tùng, what you mean is a children when they compete in a crime, they will not get punishment if they are below 18. But if they are above 18, they must receive punishment or jail, many things like that. So is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so do you guys understand what is an example? So an example is like what you have seen, what you have been told in real life. It's like on newspaper. So, Thế Tùng, can you give again your example?
Children that are under the age of 18 who are not responsible and they do not bear when the punishment when they break the law of the country of their country.
Okay. Thank you, Thế Tùng. And for the word ban, this word is easy. Does anyone wants to give their definition of word ban? Emmy,
Chat already.
huh?
I told you on the chat already.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, I just can't turn on the chat box. Wait, okay, dear. Hmm. Okay. Oh, Kevin, you sent your entire speech. Hmm. So your definition to word ban is talking about prohibiting or preventing something. Okay, an example like the president banned the reduced carbon emissions from power plants and industries. Okay, well, that is a really good example. Yeah, excellent. So, what your example is? Ban means prohibiting or legalizing something. Okay, and your example is government Okay. Well, excellent. So so Emmy, you have given a really good de- def definitions, but your example was not really like diving to diving it's not on topic because we're talking about fast food. We're not talking about carbon emissions and about greenhouse gases. So your example is not really relevant here. Okay, but the example I'll call someone else. Sharina. Oh wait. Sharina, you have talked. I mean, like you have spoken already. Let me call Lily.
Okay, so governments implementing restrictions to stop secondary advertising or prohibiting the sale of alcohol to minors.
Oh yeah, really good. So, government banned the act of selling marijuana, alcohol, and tobacco, cigarettes. Excellent. Okay, really good def definition from Lily. Okay, who wants to give the definition for the word advertising? Advertising. Who wants to give the definition on the word advertising? Kevin.
Okay, advertising. The definition of advertising is to is by using strategies, by using specialized marketing strategies like buy one get one free, discount, or giving the first 100 customers to or giving the first 100 customers a present a
Okay.
present
So what you are talking
to
about is
to
actually
like to
good.
promote the sales of the new product,
Yeah,
or to
you are
promote
talking
the
about
sales
sales
of
and gifts. And you're also talking about famous offerings like the Black Friday. Excellent. Thank you, Kevin. And Kevin, what is your example?
Well, my first example for this is that Phúc Long Tea Shop giving a discount to their first 100 buyers that buy their tea, or McDonald's like giving the people who buy their McHappy meal course real a real present. However, In McDonald's case, they just make it look pretty on the outside and on the inside. It is not really that good.
Okay, so what is your main idea? What is your one line? Make the example in one line. Give it in one line.
Okay, so Footlong Tea Shop and McDonald's restaurant giving a present offer to their first 100 customers.
Okay, wait. Give
Give
the
their first give their first 100 customers present.
customers. Okay, and okay,
me
wait,
see.
no. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is it. Okay, does anyone have any examples? Kevin example is great. I would like to call Thế Tùng.
Ads. Oh, game ads. Sometimes they advertise. No. Oh, I know which one is.
Advertising new games, right?
No. A billboard near my house. Oh yeah, the opening of a new residence area.
The
They the ads of advertising a new residence area for people to know if they want to change and live there.
and by billboard. Excellent. Thank you, Thế Tùng. Do you have any examples?
Oh, I
Talk,
books.
you can talk about Pepsi, Coca-Cola.
Oh, I mean, it's a long time ago. Like Messi, he advertised for the Pepsi ad. I mean, it
Yeah,
looks quite weird and it looks like quite cheap, like a cheap ad. But maybe like the hiring for Messi could cost a lot.
that is why
Messi,
I prefer Pepsi over Coca-Cola.
oh, same. That was same.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Thế Tùng. So we're done with the warm-up activities. You guys, I think you guys find it pretty challenging, but I hope that you guys can do it. Okay. And now we're going to watch a video about how to effectively define the motion. Okay.
Now that we've just Now that we've discussed the factors involved in strong and weak motions, let's explore how the motion should be defined. If you don't know what defining the motion means, then please watch the episode in this series that introduces the basic concepts of debating. The job of defining the motion, for its use by all speakers in the debate, is done by the first speaker of the affirmative team in the opening statement. Remember that defining the motion is not simply reading a dictionary definition of the important words, it is explaining how you have interpreted those words for use in the debate. Therefore, the first speaker of the affirmative team must explain clearly what he or she believes the motion means. In order to do this, the speaker must do two things. Firstly, he or she must state the scope of the topic. As I explained in my introduction video, your debate group must make a choice between a narrow scope, which means that the words are interpreted in a specific way, and a broad scope, which means that the words are interpreted very generally. Secondly, the first speaker of the affirmative team must ensure that his or her team's definition is logical and balanced. This means that the definition must create an equal opportunity for the negative team to create valid arguments, and therefore the same opportunity as the affirmative team to win the debate. I said on the previous screen that the definition of the motion must state the scope of the topic. In order to do this, like I already mentioned, your debate group must firstly identify which words in the motion need to be defined. Then, when creating your definition of each word, you must remember that you should not simply repeat a dictionary definition of each word. Instead, a high-quality definition of the motion will contain your group's interpretation of the words. So, if your debate group wants to explore many aspects of the topic in little detail, then the affirmative team should define the motion broadly, in a way that includes a full range of issues. On the other hand, if you only want to discuss a few specific issues in lots of detail, then it makes more sense to define the words in a narrow way, so that the debate doesn't stray into unrelated areas later on. You can see a good example of defining a debate motion in both a narrow and a broad way in my Introduction to Debating video. So, the affirmative team are responsible for defining the motion in their opening statement. Therefore, what do the negative team do? Are they involved in the definition at all? Well, it depends on the level of preparation and cooperation of both debate teams. In a typical debate, both teams prepare separately, and so they do not discuss their viewpoints, arguments, and evidence before the actual debate itself. This means that the negative team do not know the affirmative team's definition of the motion before they hear it in the affirmative team's opening statement after the debate has started. Therefore, it is possible that the negative team's speaker 1 might, in his or her opening statement, disagree with the affirmative team's definition if he or she thinks that the affirmative team's definition discriminates against the negative team, does not give them an equal opportunity to create valid arguments, and limits their ability to win the debate. On the other hand, if you need to perform a debate as an assignment at school or university, then your debate will most likely be planned in advance. In this situation, both debate teams will work together from the beginning to prepare every part of the debate. Therefore, both teams will know exactly what each team will discuss in the debate. Because the negative team will know the affirmative team's definition of the motion in advance, there is no need to waste time during the negative team's opening statement to disagree with the motion. Instead, I highly recommend that both teams agree on the definition during the preparation of the debate. And in the debate itself, the negative team accepts the affirmative team's definition during the negative team's opening statement. You might be thinking, if the negative team agrees with the affirmative team's definition, doesn't it make the negative team look weak? Doesn't it feel like the affirmative team have already won the debate? Shouldn't the negative team disagree with everything the affirmative teams say? Well, don't worry about this. Even though I recommend that the negative team agrees with the affirmative team's definition, this doesn't mean that the negative team agrees with the affirmative team's viewpoint. These are two very different things. Therefore, agreeing with the definition simply means that both teams agree that they are debating the same thing. After agreeing with the affirmative team's definition, in the negative team's opening statement, the negative team's speaker 1 must clearly present his or her team's viewpoint, and most importantly, the team's reasons for disagreeing with the affirmative team's point of view. If the negative team doesn't do this in the opening statement, then the debate will be difficult to follow, because the audience won't clearly understand the differences between the teams' viewpoints.
Okay, so that is the video. I think you've learned some lessons. And yeah, we'll move on to our exercise. And so activity time. So now we're going to do some activities to practice our our how to make a how to effectively come up with a definition. Okay, provide the definitions for the following motions. Task 1, that we should implement free public transportations. Who wants to do number 1? Thế Tùng.
A public transportation could be defined as a transport open for the entire public, like the nearly open metro in Ho Chi Minh City. Could be it's a public transport.
Okay.
That is, it could be owned by a government or maybe a private company.
Okay. And Thế Tùng, can you answer question number 2 too?
Oh, free public transportation. So it could be cheap for everyone to use them without using their own personal transportation, which lowers the amount of carbon emissions into the atmosphere, which lowers the amount of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, and lower the rate of global warming.
Okay. Yeah. Because they know that public transportation, the price must be decreased, so it will worth it if there will be air pollutions. Okay. Does anyone wants to do this? Just answer question number 2 and number 1 and number 2. Mike, you haven't spoke. Mike, are you here?
Yep.
Okay. Can you do task 1?
Okay, so can you give me a bit of time to think first?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Mike, your prep time is over. Mike.
Okay, so public transportation. So, I think public transportation is like any form of transportation and transportation which are available to the general public and something like that.
That's what I think of public transformation, and
Number 2.
I don't get what number 2 means about implement.
Oh, implement means you apply something. You apply some plans like if I implement free bread for students, which means I am uh giving students a bread for free. So that is what implement means. So can you answer question number 2?
So I think the thing that we mean when we say implement free public transportation is like we just give away more free we could just give away free public transportation like that.
Okay, yeah, with no money, right? Okay. Excellent. So your answer is simple, but they are acceptable. Okay. And now, does anyone wants to do this? Number 1, task number 1. Let me call someone who has an answer. Helena. Helena, can you do task number 1? Okay, so I think Helena is not here. So Tina, can you do task number 1?
Yes.
Can you do task number 1?
Answer. Is answer.
It's you do task number 1, number 1 and number 2. It is what is public transportation, and what do we mean when we say we would implement free public transportation?
Give me a minute. In my opinion, I think public transportation is many mm,
Tina, can you do it?
I don't think it.
Okay, let me get someone to help you. Um, Emily,
Which one, please?
task number 1.
You answered the questions, right?
Yeah.
Public transportation is a transportation that is available for everyone, and many people can travel in one public transportation. Unlike personal transportation, that approximately 3 or 4 people travel in one. Public transportation can also have 30 to 40 people in one. And when we say we should implement a public transportation, we mean wait. We mean that we should have more people to like
use public transportation instead of traveling on their own motorcycles and cars.
Okay, and number 2. Question number 2.
Question number 2 or task number 2.
Question number 2 here.
Oh, well, I already answered that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, you answer, but what is your main point?
Wait. Okay, so when we say we should implement free public transportation, we should make it available for everyone all around the world, and people can access public transportation anytime and anywhere without any fee.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Really structured, really good definition. Okay, for task number 2, who wants to do this? Lily.
Okay, for question 1, what are art classes? Art classes focus on creative and expressive activities such as drawing, painting, sculpture, like helping students develop their imagination and artistic skills. What are science classes? Science classes teach subjects like biology, chemistry, physics, and earth science, emphasizing the study of natural phenomena, experimentation, and logical thinking. So why do students learn these two? Students learn art to cultivate creativity, self-expression, and emotional intelligence, while science develops critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and knowledge of the natural world. Both contribute to a well-rounded education and personal growth.
Okay, thank you, Lily. Excellent. Next, I'd like to call Zahan.
Yes, question number 2.
Task number 2.
Yeah, question number 2 of task number 2. First one. What are art classes? So, art classes often requires creativity. It's all about express what we think about something. We draw, we paint, we create sculptures, and maybe take some photographs that can be imaginative. And art classes can be really interesting. Now, question number 2, what are science classes? Differs a little bit from from art classes. Science classes usually require students that have logistics and they like to think, they like to explore new things. And science is widespread all over the world, and this could help many people to have a wider overview of the world. Number 3, why do students learn these two? Maybe sometime for arts, students would learn art because they have a passion for it and they find it relaxing while studying it. And science, yeah, they may have a feeling of liking science classes that they learn these two subjects.
Excellent. Thank you, Zahan. Really structured, really good speech. I could follow what you're saying. Excellent. And the last one, I would like to call Sharina. Task number 2.
I think that we should have longer hours. Okay, so first is what are art classes? So I think that art classes is simple. It's just I think it's just I would just describe it simply art classes just classes that teach arts, and in art classes students get to do like something required to art, like painting, drawing, and they can be creative like in art classes. Next is what are science classes. So I think that science classes are like usually our classes in school or other that focus on learning about the natural world, like how things work, and the laws that govern like everything from tiny particles to like a huge galaxies. And these classes teach students to explore, experiment, and think critically about the world around them. And I think the science classes allow students to experience and learn more about like the outside world. And next is why do students learn these too? Let me think. I think that um, students learn art and science because like each subject offers unique benefits and also helps develop different skills that are important for personal growth, creativity, and future success. So I think that first, like, why students learn science? Because science helps students understand how the world around them works, from how plants grow to why the sky is blue. It teaches facts about nature and health and technology. And for why students learn art, I think that art allows students to express themselves in creative ways. It helps them like think outside the box and explore new ideas and concepts.
Excellent. Thank you, Sharina. Okay, your speech were really structured and well, it is really long, but I can follow it. And the idea was full. Yeah, the idea was pretty kind of complicated to understand, but your ideas were really good. They are really interesting to listen to. Thank you, Sharina. Okay, and now we're going to move to task number 3. So, task number 3 is really important. I will give each of you 4 minutes to prepare, and then uh let me say I will divide you guys into breakout rooms, and then you guys can discuss with each other and do the motion. Okay, the motion here, I'll send it in the chat. Okay, there. You see the motion? So you're going to do the same as that. So I will divide you guys into breakout rooms. You guys will discuss with each other and do it. Okay, I've opened the breakout rooms. Guys, please join your breakout rooms. Sharina, can you join your breakout rooms? Lily, can you join your breakout rooms? Lily. Sophia. Sophia, can you join? Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, what are you asking?
When will we join into the main class?
Okay, now. It's now.
Good.
Okay. Okay, guys. Let's see how you work in your breakout rooms. And now let me call who wants to speak first? Dạ Hân.
Yes, yeah. So now I will present my speech. Yeah. Firstly, for the definition, legalizations is mean that making previously illegal substances lawful with regulations for their production, sale, and consumptions. The next one is recreational drugs, substances used for enjoyment, not medical purposes, such as marijuana, uh, cocaine, and aspartame. Every substance is considered a recreational drug. Now, coming for my argument is mainly restricted for reduction in crime and safety. Legalizing all drugs for recreational use would destroy the black market and weaken the influence of criminal groups that make money off the illegal drug trade. The government might guarantee safer, reluctant substances through regulations, reducing the possibilities of combinations of hazardous medicines combinations. Furthermore, by moving away from criminalizations, we would decrease the number of people who in prisons for drug uses, focusing resources on more serious crimes and supporting addictions treatment rather than punishment.
Excellent. Thank you, Zahan. Excellent speech. And your speech was tend toward rules rather than drugs, but it makes sense. Drugs was also related to rules. Excellent. Next, I'd like to call Setum. Oh, we'll be speaking for 4 minutes. The maximum 4 minutes.
Firstly, we must define what legalize means. Legalize means we will make something or something will legal again by law with papers. And secondly, what are recreational drugs? Recreational drugs. I'm bad at spelling. Recreational drugs is a substance that changes a person's mood or feelings. I mean, some of these recreational drugs are used for medical purposes, but some people are using it the wrong way. They are using it just for, like, I don't know what's the reason, but in my opinion, they will be using it for just to change their feelings, or maybe they just try and want to go on a roller coaster feeling. And for example, there are many kinds of recreational drugs such as cocaine. No, wait, is marijuana a drug or just a plant?
It's a drug.
Or still define a drug. Marijuana, cocaine, tobacco, cigarettes, and so on, and so on. These causes a lot of risk for both the users and the public. For example, cigars cigars is like the plural or the plural noun for the cigarettes.
It depends. In which are you talking to more or just one or two?
For cigarettes, it affects both the lungs of the user and the public. When they smoke, the CO2 and the toxic gas from those, it causes to go in both the users and the people nearby. The people nearby, and the cause is their lungs gets damaged a lot. Sometimes they could even get lung cancer in some rare cases. And now for the other example of cocaine. Cocaine, I mean, it's banned by the Vietnamese law, and there's a lot of, I mean, it's a history of people using it by a lot in the Vietnamese investigation history. But people are still using it for some reasons. They sell on the dark web they trade to make the money, illegal money and illegal things. And that's in the end of my speech.
Thank you, Setom. And next, I would like to call Sharina.
Okay, so wait me a bit. So first is for my wait me a bit. Let me turn on it again. I forgot. Okay, it's here. So the motion is that we should legalize all recreational drugs. So first is the rules of definition. So first, what does legalize mean? So legalize means to make something permissible by law, allowing its regulated use, distribution, and sale. And next is recreational drugs. So this includes any substance that is used for pleasure or enjoyment rather than for medical purposes, such as marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, heroin, and other substances that alter the mind and body. So my first argument is reducing crime in the black market. So one of the key arguments for legalizing all recreational drugs is that it will significantly reduce crime. So currently, drugs are often sold through illegal channels, contributing to organized crime, drug trafficking, and violence. So by legalizing and regulating these substances, governments can take control of their distribution, ensuring that drugs are sold in a safe, regulated manner. This would reduce the power of the black market, lower crime rates, and free up law enforcement to focus on more serious issues. Argument 2, boosting the economy. So legalizing all recreational drugs would also provide a significant boost to the economy. So the government could impose taxes on drug sales similar to alcohol and tobacco, which would generate substantial revenue. So these funds could be used for various public services, including healthcare, education, and addiction treatment programs. So, and furthermore, the legal cannabis market has already shown how legalization can create jobs and stimulate economic growth. And my third argument is personal freedom and autonomy. Individuals should have the right to make decisions about their own bodies, and what they choose to consume. Just as adults are allowed to make choices and about alcohol and tobacco, they should have the same freedom to use recreational drugs. Legalization will empower individuals to make informed choices, ensuring that they are not criminalized for personal decisions about their own well-being. Argument 4, ensuring safer argument 4, which is my last argument, is ensuring safer consumption. So currently, many users of recreational drugs face health risks due to unregulated substances. With legalization, the government can ensure that drugs are produced and sold under safe, controlled conditions. This would reduce the risk of contamination or harmful additives, making drugs safer for consumers. Additionally, it would allow for better education about safe usage and potential risks, ultimately protecting public health. Next. So, in conclusion, legalizing all recreational drugs has the potential to reduce the crime, boost the economy, protect the personal freedoms, and ensure safer consumption. By regulating and controlling the market, we can address the challenges associated with drug use in a more effective and responsible way. Think a lot.
Thank you, Sharina. Excellent speech. So your speech was 3 minutes and 57 seconds, and it was really good. And um, and your speech was different from Turtle. Is that you stated the goal, stated your main ideas that how we can solve we can how can we implement or how can we legalize all recreational drugs, because you drive towards how we can succeed rather than how we can prevent. Thank you, Sharina. Next, I'd like to call Emily.
Hello, my name is Emily, and now I stand here to say that we should legalize all recreational drugs. Recreational drugs are substances primarily used for personal enjoyment or pleasure, rather than for therapeutic purposes. So I stand here to legalize the recreational drugs because while they may provide temporary satisfaction, their consumption carries significant risks, particularly the potential for addiction. And that brings to my goal. First of all, recreational drugs can bring to many health issues and long-term health, encompassing both physical and psychological effects. Long-term use can lead to dependency, which may be challenging to address and overcome. Most people feel the courage to overcome it. Most people even try to consume it over time because they feel the courage in themselves to overcome it in the future. And they don't recognize that it is not as easy as them said. And that is why many people use recreational drugs over time. Their memory is overthinking about their courage. In addition to individual health risks, the widespread use of recreational drugs can also have a profound social implications, including increased healthcare burdens, social instability, and strain on public resources. Most people tend to sell them instead of using them because they don't want to make them feel in crime or in criminal. But that is wrong. We should not do that. And given these concerns, it is imperative to approach the issue of legalizing recreational drugs with careful consideration. Any decision in this regard will be granted as a comprehensive analysis of its potential impact in public health, social well-being, and the overall functioning of society, ensuring that any risks are adequately mitigated. Next, I will go to my second argument. While this is about long-term health, it can also affect their own memory and brain health. Why does this happen? Why do I say this? This is because that not only recreational drugs bring the urge for them to use it, but also it affects the core thinking of the brain. The human body needs the brain to survive. The brain controls every move of the human body. But using recreational drugs can temporarily skew the brain's effect. And more importantly, the brain cannot do any more beneficial things to help support the body. Thank you for listening.
Excellent. Thank you, Emily. I think that your speech was good. It was really smooth at the beginning, but later at the end, you kind of rush a bit. I think that you want to save your time, but the time is still early. Your speech was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You still have time, so you don't need to rush. But about the ideas, they are excellent. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call Lily.
Okay, so the first one is for legalize. Of it is to make an activity as sustained permissible under the law, allowing its use, production, and distribution within legal frameworks. Example, like countries like Canada have legalized recreational marijuana, regulating its sale and use. Secondly, is recreational drugs. Substances used primarily for pleasure or leisure rather than medical purposes, such as marijuana, cocaine, and ecstasy. For example, marijuana is a recreational drug that is often consumed socially or for relaxation. Third one, the third one, reducing crime. Legalizing drugs diminishes the black market and associate criminal activities such as drug trafficking and gang violence. Portugal's decriminalization model reduced drug-related crime significantly. For example, Portugal's decriminalization of all drugs in 2001 led to a significant drop in drug-related crimes and gang violence as the black market lost its dominance. Fourthly, personal freedom. Adults have the right to make decisions about their own bodies, including the consumption of recreational drugs, as long as it does not harm others. Legalization aligns with this principle of individual liberty. For example, it is adults in countries like Uruguay, where marijuana is legalized, can choose to use cannabis recreationally without fear or arrest, respecting the right to personal choice. Fifthly, effective addiction treatment. Legalization shifts the focus on punishments to rehabilitation. It encourages users to seek help without fear of criminal penalties, fostering a health-centered approach to drug use. For example, in Switzerland, where heroin is decriminalized and available in controlled environments, overdose deaths are drastically decreased, and more users have sought treatment without fear or legal consequences. In conclusion, legalizing all recreational drugs offers a pragmatic approach to addressing the challenges of unregulated drug use. By creating legal frameworks, governments can use safer consumption, generate economic benefits through taxation, reduce drug-related crimes, and promote public health by prioritizing rehabilitation over punishments. While challenges may arise, regulation provides a more sustainable and human solution compared to prohibition. This motion supports personal freedom and the well-being of society, making it a step toward a healthier and more equitable future. So this is all about my speech.
Thank you, Lily. Excellent. I have nothing to say about your speech. You speak with exactly 4 minutes and 1 second, and as well as your speech, there are 5 or 6 arguments. They were on topic. They were really linked to each other. Excellent. Okay, so if any of you are done, you guys can leave the meeting. But if you haven't speak yet, you will speak and then you will leave. Okay, next I'd like to call Emmy.
Bye. Thanks for the lesson.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Start the same as speech. Regional consumer drugs are drugs that use for medicinal purpose, but come with many risks and legal issues. Knowing the information and effects of them is important to make right decisions. These drugs are not usually used for medical purpose, but are primarily used to induce feelings of reactions, pleasures, or excitement. For example, there are many kinds of recreational drugs, such as cocaine, cocaine was banned by the Vietnamese, the people that using it. Each of these effects and also comes with certain risks. Drugs can also affect on the body and mind. These drugs can affect the central nervous system, changing the user emotion, mood, and perception, risks, and consequences. The illicit drugs can lead to health. These considered illegal versions that contain multiple benzodiazepines at varying strength, increasing the risk of seditions and overdose. The risks are very dangerous. Many countries have regulations on the use and possession of these drugs. Legacy. The legal status of recreational drugs varies by countries or region. Other places have legalized or regulate the use of cannabis, while other drugs remain illegal. But they also have the freedom to produce feelings of relaxation, euphoria, or enhanced sensory experience. Tackling the relational drug problem requires a multi-stakeholder approach involving individuals, families, communities, and governments. Education support and environment change are key, reducing the harmful effects of drugs in society. If you need more specific information or support, seek help from a professional or organization. That's the end of my speech.
Thank you, Emmy. Excellent speech. Okay. Well, you speak, you kind of rush a bit, but yeah, I still accept that. And uh, if you feel more comfortable, you can wait. Emmy, your camera, it is on your right, right? Oh, so can you put it in front of your face?
Okay.
Oh, so it's there, right? So it's
Yeah.
there. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, really good speech. Okay. Next, I'd like to call Mike. So, wait. Emmy, you're done. So now you can leave. Bye. Okay. Mike, you can give your speech. You're muted.
So my arguments about we, that we should legalize all recreational drugs for a few reasons. One of the few first reasons is that we could there will be a reduction in crime because many drug-related crimes are a result of illegal nature of drug trade. By legalizing drugs, the illicit market is disrupted and the associated crimes such as trafficking and violence can potentially decrease. And another way is that if we legalize drugs, it can also help our body a lot. Like a way that sometimes drugs can do bad things to your brain. They can affect your brain because substance use as like immediate and long-term effects on your brain network that impact behavior, memory, cognition. Shortly after use of these, effects can be altered, consequences, impaired memory, disimages, and more, and more. And another thing is that drugs can also be harmful to your organs and systems in your body, such as your throat, stomach, lungs, liver, pancreas, heart, brain, and nervous system. They can also cause some cancers, such as lung cancer, because you're inhaling lots of drugs. They can cause COPD and other diseases too. And also, when you inhale drugs, just such like tobacco, it's kind of like you're inhaling about 400 bad chemicals to your body. And also, if we legalize drugs, it'll be easier for us to find a way to stop people's cravings and anxiety for them. Because right now, because there are so many drugs, people who have taken drugs one time can't stop. So that's my argument.
Thank you, Mike. Excellent speech. But the thing you're lacking here is your definition. Your definition kind of lacks. And well, next time try to add in the definition because that is our main goal, our main character in your speech. But about the ideas and the arguments, they're really good. Okay, Mike, you're done. Now you can leave. Bye, Mike.
Bye.
Okay, next I'd like to call Anne.
Well, recreational drugs are chemical substances taken for enjoyment rather than for medical reasons. Alcohol, tobacco, and caffeine can be classed as recreational drugs but are not covered in his leaflet. Recreational drugs are usually begun to provide pleasure or improve life in some way. However, they can lead to addiction, health and social problems, and crime. Most are illegal, so they can use comes with all the consequences of breaking the law. I'm finished my argument.
Okay, and well, your speech, you do have your definition, but the argument is quite short. Try next time to make it longer, about at least two arguments to back up your teams. But about the definition, which is our main thing here, is good. Thank you, Anne. You can leave now. Bye. Okay, next I'd like to call Helena. Helena and Tina, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, Tina, can you speak?
Harmful effects of drugs on physical and mental health. A drug addict is a person who uses narcotics, drugs, or psychotropic drugs, and is dependent on these substances. The drugs can cause addicts to change their pathological state, become mentally diseases,
change their personality, become physically weak, lose their working capacity, reduces their life expectancies, and increases increase of H, EV, and AIDS infection. Several additions show signs of neurological reflex disorder, headache, dizziness, memory loss, neuritis, sensory disorder, tremor in limbs, softness when addicted. Addicts often cannot control themselves, so they easily lose their personality and commit crimes. Family of addicts have to bear a harsh economic burden and also have to endure mental pressure due to community discrimination. Family happiness is broken, leading to poverty, due to content and events grow children possess many dreams and treating actors is also a burden of self-study as the number of artists increases economic problem, so-called so-called disorder, slim, and other shoulder events become more serious. Is in my speech.
Thank you, Tina. Excellent. You have your definition, your speech, your argument was excellent. Because firstly, you were really afraid to talk, but now you give the speech that amazed me, and I think that you can improve by making your argument for them to link to each other because they are quite separated. So you need to link them to connect them to give them a flow. So that's it. Thank you for your speech. Bye, Tina.
Bye.